best shot at me. Too late. You should have reacted way quicker than that. Gave you a window of opportunity, and you didn't take it. You hesitated way too much. Shouldn't have done that. Now you paid the price. But what is going on, everybody? Boys and gals around the world. I hope your day is going great. If not, hopefully some way, somehow this video makes your day even greater. If not, then I hope something along your day comes along and makes your day even greater. So today we're gonna be reacting to Ryan Garcia versus Garcia Tank Davis. Will not happen. I know I mispronounced his name incorrectly, but I just call him by Tank Davis. We're gonna react to this video. Before we get started this video, ladies and gentlemen, boys and gals around the world, if you could be so kind, I'd really appreciate it if you would just leave a like on this video, as well as a comment, thoughts and reactions on this video, as well as clicking on that red subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, which most of you aren't. Yes, I'm talking to you, Bob. You know, come on. As well as hitting that bell button to be notified anytime that I upload a video, as well as sharing this video to whoever it may be, whether it's one of your uncles, girls, friends, wife, co-worker, teammate, coach. The possibilities are endless. Come on, you and I know this, baby. So that's enough talking. Let's get into this video. I personally, both electrifying fighters, I would love to see them both fight. They're in different weight classes now. Ryan Garcia went up. But Chris, how do you go from being that big to being that small? It's just one of the things I do. I can't really describe, But I personally would have Tank winning regardless. But it's boxing. You never know what will happen. But I have
Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Davis will not happen. At least anytime soon.
And also, before he goes on his take, they were supposed to fight. They were already supposed to fight. And then Garcia pulled out. So
I'm pretty confident that this fight will not happen by the end of this year. I'm pretty confident that this fight will not happen in the next 2 or 3 years. And I'm pretty confident that this fight will not happen in the next 5 years. So,
bro,
what makes me so confident that this fight will not happen in the near future? Well, it's the same reason why I'm pretty confident that
it's going to be one of those type of fights where it's like they should have fought and we just never know. And they're going to always have that edge on each other that, hey, we never fought, so they're going to always think they could have beat each other.
Versus Errol Spence Jr. is not going to happen anytime soon.
What?
Be confident that Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. is not going to happen anytime soon.
Whoa, I don't believe on that take, bro. They're
it's the same
fight.
Reason why Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua never happened. And it's the same reason why Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather took so long to make, and by the time the fight was made, both fighters were way past their prime, and the fight was nowhere near as good as it was anticipated. So the plain and simple reason why these fights will never be made, or have never been made, or took
Terrence and Errol and Crawford are for sure fighting, bro.
So long to be made is boxing politics. So if you've been a fan of boxing, you've probably heard of this term, boxing politics. But what really goes into the politics of boxing? I'm going to break down the main
managers, promotions, money, of course,
this political system. And later in the video, I'll show how boxing politics is preventing a fight between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis.
It ruins it sometimes, bro.
So starting off with the promoters, these are the top dogs of the whole political system. They essentially control how boxing works and which fights are made and which fights aren't made. So you've probably heard of the big three when it comes to boxing promotions. There's Top Rank, led by Bob Arum, PBC, led by Al Heyman, and Matchroom Boxing, led by Eddie Hearn. And sometimes Matchroom Boxing and DAZN are used interchangeably, but I'll get to why in a second. Those two companies are two different things. Along with these three major promotions, we also have Golden Boy Promotions, led by Oscar De La Hoya, and we also have Mayweather Promotions, led by Floyd Mayweather. These boxing promotions, led by former boxers, work alongside one of the big three boxing promotions previously mentioned. Mayweather Promotions works alongside PBC, led by Al Heyman, and for those who don't know, Al Heyman was the former manager of Floyd Mayweather, and he was the one who got
I think that's the first time I actually looked at what Al Heyman looks like. What the heck?
Floyd Mayweather out of that Top Rank deal. And on the other side, we have Golden Boy Promotions, who doesn't necessarily work with Matchroom Boxing, but they do work heavily alongside Matchroom Boxing and Eddie Hearn, as they are both signed to DAZN, which I'll get into later in this video. So the reason why boxing promoters are so powerful is because they basically create the fight from start to finish. Not only do they promote the fight like their name suggests, but they set up the date and time, the venue, and most importantly, they split the fighter purses. So fights are especially hard to make when each of the fighters have different promotions. Both.
Okay, bro. I know we all get all this stuff, bro. At this point, you're just explaining the basic stuff, bro. But like, can we get to the point why you think they're not gonna fight?
This would play out. So in Gervonta Davis's corner, he is famously promoted by Mayweather Promotions, led by Floyd Mayweather. On the other side, Ryan Garcia is promoted
It just
by
comes
Oscar
down to
De La
them being
Hoya
on
and
different
Golden Boy
promotions, is what you think.
And you remember when I said there's added complexity if each of the fighters have different promoters? Well, there's even more complexity here, given that their promoters were famously in a rivalry. And I don't necessarily think they're on a good relationship with each other.
Make it a rough and tough fight come May 5th.
I'm so scared.
Tear down, please.
You ain't tough. You ain't tough.
So each of these promoters will try to fight to get the most money out of this deal, and they'll also try to fight to get their network they're signed to air this fight. Obviously, this fight will be huge. This will be the next modern super fight against two super.
If that fight would have happened, bro, I mean, just imagine, bro. Everything that would come with it. I mean, that's for sure fight of the year. But it's just not going to happen, especially this year.
So this fight stands to make a lot of money for
I
whichever
wish I
network
was
is
wrong,
able to
but
air
it's
this
just not
fight.
going to happen.
So I would imagine PBC on Showtime and DAZN are trying desperately to get this fight aired on their network. And I haven't even talked about the fighters yet. They need to agree to this fight and sign the contract. Both fighters can say whatever they want, but at the end of the day, they're both young, up-and-coming fighters and undefeated. Taking a fight too early, especially a fight of this magnitude, and losing that fight,
he's already
would
well established
completely
in the game.
derail their career. I mean, imagine if you're a young, popular, up-and-coming, and undefeated fighter. Would you rather take baby steps and continue to fight fighters that may be below your level but are sure wins and sure to get you a lot of money? Or would you risk a fight against somebody who can beat you and can taint your undefeated record and potentially derail your career? So in summary, if we want this fight to be made, Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis have to sign the contract. Both undefeated fighters who have a potentially huge career ahead of them if they stay undefeated and keep winning. We have their promoters who have to agree upon things like the venue, the time and place, and which network they're going to broadcast this fight on. And it just so happens that the promoters involved in this fight aren't necessarily the best of friends. So if we compare this to another promotion like the UFC, there's only one promoter, Dana White, in the UFC, and there's only one network, ESPN. And fighters really don't have a say in who they want to fight. Fighters usually sign multiple fight contracts with the UFC, and Dana White and matchmakers will make fighters fight each other. So if you compare this process to how fights are made in boxing, it's a complete shit show in our sport.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think?
I mean, everything that you said basically makes sense, bro. But it really just comes down to Ryan Garcia being in a different weight class. He can call Davis out all he want, but I doubt Davis would even want to come up to, I think, 140? So, I mean, he's going to stay at 135, if anything. But Ryan could have, he had his shot to fight Davis. Yeah, Ryan had his shot. He didn't take it, so, I mean, it is what it is. All this calling down and stuff, it just is what it is, bro. But at the end of the day, they're both great fighters. I think deep down, everyone that really, watches these two fight know that Davis would win. Like, if I would put my bank account on someone, I'm putting it on Davis. It'd be a real competitive fight. I would buy the pay-per-view for sure. I'd watch it live. But, like, at the end of the day, bro, I got Davis all day. No way he's losing this fight. I wish this fight would happen. It's going to be one of those fights where once they retire in a few years or whatever happens, it's going to be one of those where, like, they're going to keep going back and forth even once they're retired, But it just is what it is. This fight's just not going to happen, just coming down to different weight classes. Garcia moved up. Davis stayed in the same weight class, so it just comes down to that. So that's going to cap off this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, I know it was a bit on the boring side of the spectrum, but if you guys enjoyed this video, understood and stuff, it's more political stuff that he was talking about, but If you guys enjoyed this video some way, somehow, I'd really appreciate you leave a like on this video, as well as clicking on that red subscribe button, as well as that bell button to be notified anytime I upload a video, as well as sharing this video to whoever it may be. Co-worker, teammate, friend, brother, sister, whoever it may be. You know this, baby. Come on now. Commenting down any thoughts or reactions. Do you feel like this fight would happen? Would you want this fight to happen? When do you predict this fight to happen? Or are you on agreement with me that this fight's just not going to happen? As well, that's enough talking. Hope you all have a great day, great morning, great night. I'll catch you on the next one.